Hey there, and welcome back to my channel, Weirdly O.C.D. Today's video was inspired by something that I do on a daily basis, and that is use my computer. The other day I got on there, and for whatever reason, it jumped out at me that we had quite a few icons on our desktop, and a lot of them that weren't being used very often, or things that had been saved to the desktop that didn't need to be on the computer whatsoever anymore. So that inspired me to make this video on how to help you keep your computer organized and run efficiently. The first area I would recommend that you start would be your recycle bin. You need to probably empty this at least once a week. And if you feel like you're going to forget to empty it that often, simply because it is just another icon on your desktop, you can set a reminder on your computer's calendar. For instance, I have an HP all-in-one touchscreen computer, and all I have to do is a few easy, simple steps. I just go to the Start menu, I go to Calendar, I double-click the date that I want to add the reminder, type in what I want it to remind me of doing, and then simply set it. And you can set this reminder as frequently as you want. So I can set this to every Sunday, every Tuesday, whatever day I choose, and the computer will remind me on that day to empty the recycle bin so it doesn't go forgotten. Another area I would recommend that you check, maybe not on a weekly basis, but more along of a monthly basis, is reviewing the programs that are on your computer. It'll definitely free up space on your computer, and a decent amount depending on how big the program actually is. Not to mention, common sense says that if you're not using it, you obviously don't need it, so you should probably get rid of it. Again, to do this, it's just a few simple clicks. On my computer, I just go to the Start menu again, go to Settings, Apps and Features, or on your computer, it may be Programs. Click on the item that I want to get rid of and click Uninstall, or on your computer, you might have Uninstall or Delete Program. Now, some other areas that you may want to check on at least a monthly basis would be your Downloads folder, your Camera roll, your Documents folder, and your bookmarks. A lot of times in these areas, we save things that we intend to use later, or we have used, or we completely forgot and been put into a specific spot in our computer and can easily be deleted to save up that space for something else more important, and to, once again, just declutter and simplify our computer systems. Something else I would do to recommend not having as much clutter when you're working on the computer, especially if you share it with other members of your household, is to create a separate account for each person in the household. That way you are not logging on to a desktop that everybody shares, that everybody saved a bunch of stuff on, and you're trying to find your own things that you need to work on amongst all the files that everybody else has saved. Now, on my computer, to set up a different account, once again, it's just a few easy clicks to set up an account. All I do is, once again, go to the Start menu, which is pretty much where everything starts out as, hence probably the name. I go to Settings, and then I go to Accounts, and then I click on who I want to add an account for. Is it a family member that is going to be using it, as often as I do, or, pretty frequently at least? Or do I want to add somebody who is just going to temporarily use it, maybe to do something because they don't have a computer at their home, like a friend, but I don't want them to have access to things on my desktop and in my files, so I can create an account for them as well. And then once that person is done using your computer, you can delete the account, and that way it's, again, one less thing you have on your computer. Now let's talk about your desktop. This is the very first thing you see when you sit down to work on your computer. And if there are just way too many icons on there, it not only looks uncluttered, but it is also unmotivating. It's a proven fact that in clean, simple spaces, people are more productive and tend to feel happier as well. So if you have a less cluttered desktop and it's organized, you'll probably end up having a more productive day. And the more icons that you have on your desktop, a little bit harder it is to find what you actually need to use. For instance, on our desktop, I mainly only have things that either came on the desktop when the computer was first out of the box and up and running, or things that we use on pretty much a daily basis, such as a web browser or my files and my program for video editing here on YouTube. I would also recommend organizing the icons that you do end up wanting to have on your desktop kind of by theme. You could categorize them by files saved, bills you maybe want to pay, programs that you use. For instance, here's the line where I have all my YouTube files. I have one specifically named Weirdly O.C.D, and if you click on it, there are subfolders in the main one for different parts of my video editing, such as downloaded videos that I use from other YouTube channels, such as when I do my Exploring YouTube series, any music I may use, thumbnails that I create and save. It's just a lot easier to find things when they're categorized and even subcategorized like these files are. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this video and that you found these tips informative. Please leave me a comment below letting me know if any of these will work for you or you think would work for you, or if you end up doing them, if they have worked for you. Also, if you want to leave me a comment letting me know any other things that you personally have tried or do to keep your computer clutter-free and simple and just working the best that it possibly can. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all on Sunday with the requested video of disaster preparedness. Have a great day. Bye-bye.